So Clara runs out because she's upset that she did that to Fatima. Victor goes to his mom and his sister's little gravesite there, and he's telling them something's going on with dad, and he doesn't know how to help him. The boy in white comes out, or should I say, the young man in white comes out, and he's telling Victor that they should not be pulling up the tree. Am I the only one that how the tree? I don't. How is that supposed to work? Because I don't. I wouldn't think it would work. I would think it's gonna yank the bumper right off that truck. But anyway, what do I know? So he tells Victor he needs to stop them. Boyd is upset, and he's in the church talking to God. Sarah walks in and he tells her about Fatima, but he doesn't want anyone to know about. He didn't want her to tell anybody about what's going on with her, and he was asking her about when she said, I guess last season when she said that they were laughing at him because they couldn't say Fatima. What did that mean? And she said she didn't know. Tabitha was talking to Ethan on the porch, and then she saw the Kui kids. They were all pointing at her. There were a lot of them. Gang, gang. So back at the police station, Boyd, they were getting the little walkie-talkies or whatever together so they could use Morse code for the whole excursion into the chamber. Victor busts in and tells him, "Look, the boy in white told me y'all shouldn't be doing this. You can't do this." And Boyd said, Why? If he's your friend, why won't he help us?" And Boyd was telling Victor, maybe because there are things. He was like, there are things that make us think one way in here, and it's to harm us. So Boyd's telling Victor that the boy in white is not really there to help, and Victor doesn't believe that because he said that's his friend. So Victor was like, "I'm going to stop you." So they stopped Victor and handcuffed him. I guess Victor didn't learn how to run very well because how did. So Tabitha tells Boyd, first she asked what was going on with Victor, and Boyd said, "I'm just trying to help him because he's trying to stop us. So I wanted to get him out of the way, basically." So Tabitha said she realizes that it should only be her and Jade that goes into the chamber because the Ankui kids, I guess she got that from when they were pointing. And there was something on the talisman with two people on there, sketched on there. So she's assuming it's her and Jade, which I'm sure is the correct assumption. Here comes Sophia. I'm telling you, she's like, "What's going on?" Or no, Boyd said, "You need to get inside." And she's like, "Well, they're making a rope ladder at the diner, and I thought I could help." And she's like, "Good night, sheriff." Like, girl, shouldn't you still be mourning your father? So they're all working on the rope ladder. Sophia's sitting there and she's messing with that jukebox, and the bus driver lady was like, "Oh yeah, that's those buttons are just for show." And then of course she gets it to play, and it played a song. And she was like, "How'd you do that?" And Sophie was like, "Do what?" Meanwhile, I don't know why they had the blinds open, but the crazy people were at the door, and they were like, they killed me with their conversation. They're like, "What are you guys doing in there?" Like they're all old friends. And of course, Sophia is cutting the rope, to the rope ladder. Fatima wakes up and she is in a lot of pain, and she drank all that mess with the blood in it, and she pulls up her shirt and you see those little vein things in there, and yeah, it definitely looks like Fatima's turning into one of those things. Or the kimono lady who delivered her baby. Maybe that's Fatima that traveled through time. Victor's stewing in their little jail. Boyd tells Kenny that he's not going into the chambers. He needs, if something happens to Boyd, he wants Kenny to be able to be the sheriff. Kenny doesn't like it, but he's going to do it. Once again, Tabitha's leaving her kids, and she's telling them goodbye, and Ethan doesn't want her to go, and she said it has to be me and Jade. And Jade was like, "You're lucky because not one person tried to stop me from going." So here's the truck and the tree. Yeah, they're working on it. I don't know. And they wake up the group, and they're all waking up smiling because they're ready to go terrorize somebody. So they're digging up. They've hit rock like or whatever, and they're using the crowbar to get it out to lift it up so they can see what's underneath there because it's they're assuming it's the bones, and they assumed correctly. It's the bones of the Ankui kids. But my thing, when they were up there, I swear, there was no when they were down there, there was no sense of urgency. I'm like, will they hurry up? Like there was no fast shuffling around or nothing. So then the tarp they have up, you see the cowboy guy or whatever, and his little crew behind him, and he's like, "You really shouldn't be doing that." Now remember the last time Tabitha was doing something, and they said that it all hell broke loose. So we'll see, because this Sunday is the final. It's the episode, the last episode, and I'm not sure if this is the if this is. I don't think it's a series finale. I don't think so, but it is definitely the last episode of this season. So we'll see if we. I mean, we're probably not going to get any answers, and everybody's so mad about that. I don't, like I said before, I don't really mind all the suspense and stuff like that. I mean, I want it to make sense, but it doesn't anger me like it does most people. But I am looking forward to the season finale Friday. So that's all for now.